Please, 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 please. I want to play. I want to play Star Citizen for 2050. I want to play 1.0 for 2050. I feel like that's a thing that people want, where they're like, "Hey, if you Star Citizen does, if you could put my job in this game, that would be amazing."
The thing is, though, now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The reclaimer. Let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
You can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype.
You are live on Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show, loosely produced just about every week, where we talk about all the cool things happening in our favorite video game, and occasionally we digress. Occasionally we go off the rails. But this week I have someone very, very, very special to help keep us on track. It is Lord Analbus.
You know, I wasn't sure if you were going to start out with that, but I knew it was coming. So,
Lord An is a hard A.
you realize you named yourself after Jar Jar Binks, right?
I'm Jar Jar Jabroni, and I'm here with Lord Anubis, hanging out on the couch. How you doing today, Lord Anubis?
Well, it's Wednesday, which means that it's a Wednesday. So, I don't know how I feel.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is.
Wednesday here on planet Earth and in the verse, which is actually, honestly, not the best day to actually record these shows. Because if
What
you
would be the
follow
best
it,
day?
well, the best day would probably be Thursday night and then air it Friday, because all the news comes out on Thursday.
Ah.
Yeah, the SCLs come out on Thursday. Yeah.
See, I
There's
like the dynamic where we speculate on things, and then the news releases things that they were already developing, and then we go see they listen to us.
that's a real theme park, dude. That's an adventure. That's a roller coaster ride, is what that is. But we have some of that coming up because CitizenCon is on the way, and every day we get a little closer to that beautiful, that holiest of holies, Star Citizen 1.0. Oh, Chris Roberts,
Hello,
please
dear
send
Dave.
us 1.0.
Only if we're good.
He's watching you.
Oh yeah,
But
it's easy when you're sleeping.
but you had to go there with the sleeping. Chris Roberts is out here making wholesome video games for adults with deep pockets. And you're out here making light of it. But I think you're just jealous, Lord Nubis. Maybe not jealous. Maybe angsty?
Edge.
On
I like to have as much edge as possible.
Are you saying you're edgy or you're on edge?
I'm a lord, okay?
Well, this week you chose the question this week, and I actually kind of like it. It's almost complete. How will you live in Star Citizen 1.0? So I guess, Lord Nubis, I'll start by asking you, buddy. Your question: how will you live in 1.0?
You know, I see it being as part of something that just feels like life. So like I want to be an engineer some of the time, but I also want to be able to go exploring and maybe, make schematics and things like that, and just basically lead the life of a tinkerer. You know, um, and the dynamics of the game, the mechanics of the game need to allow for that. And from what they've shown us, in these sitcoms. We don't know what they're going to show us with this upcoming one. But from what they've shown us, it looked like that's a possibility if they stick to the plan. And that, I think that's what I'm excited for, is just to be able to just tinker around and play with the actual fabric of the game, um, and make a life for myself, and maybe be the one who supplies other people with really really great upgrades or really great schematics.
Do you
Just a,
do you think they're gonna touch on that in 2 weeks?
oof,
You're hopeless.
that's
I have
that's
no
the
hope.
hard
I have no
part.
hope for you. I'm totally.
Yeah,
I don't think so because I saw the ship leaks.
yeah.
There's
I mean, they
you saw
talked
those?
about these things years
Yeah.
ago, but we really haven't heard much about it since.
Mm.
And yeah, so I am worried that one of the quotes I heard from a dev was, well, when we want to take the project in a new direction, but they haven't like finished the directions they've already taken it into, but they want to preserve that freedom. And that is kind of a scary thing about thinking about that future. But I think today is more about the fantasy of what we're buying into, just to make it
Mm.
light and fluffy.
Okay. Well, speaking of people who like fantasy, our next caller, it looks like he's playing Helldivers 2 at the moment. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up this guy right here, Lord Nubis. You can introduce him.
I want everybody to use their most royal greeting for the current ruler of the galaxy, Duke Leto II.
Thank you. Thank you. I expected a bit more fanfare, but I guess that counts.
It's never good enough for you.
He's a sloppy wham.
Yeah. Listen, I'm
He's
only a
no
worm if I get
idea.
excited. Okay. Otherwise, I'm just a regular dude. Just a regular dude.
Well,
A
dude.
regular dude in an exoskeleton.
So
Exactly.
today we've decided to go very, very far out. It's a Star Citizen 1.0. Yeah. And we're asking everybody today, almost complete, how will you live in Star Citizen 1.0?
How will I live in the verse? Um, this kind of ties into all my feelings on the game lately because I'm just missing what I would like to be doing the most, which is I just want to explore. I want to build little bases. I just want to live. I kind of want to be like an old west pioneer guy out there, with my bearskin jacket
Mm.
and coming into town just to sell my wares and such. That's basically what I want. I want to live independently. I want to build stuff. I'll definitely be like looking for things that my org wants or things that I can sell. Um, but that's the main thing. It's gonna having base building, having crafting is going to make it where having these massive planets that we have makes sense. Because right now we have these huge, beautiful planets, right? But there's no reason to go anywhere other than like the dozen or so points of interest. Other than that, it's just empty space, and it might as well be, a tenth of the size that the planet is now. But if I can build a base, I'll be low flying. I'll be going around looking for pretty spots, or hopefully engaging with some interesting scanning to find minerals under the ground and stuff.
Duke. You're
Yeah,
telling me how you want to live in
yeah.
Star.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to be doing? Telling you how I want to live?
No. I'm not. You are supposed to tell me how you will live in Star Citizen.
I don't. I don't see the. What's the difference? What are you talking about? How will I live in Star Citizen?
How will you live in Star Citizen?
Isn't that what I was saying?
No, you were saying how you want to live.
Oh,
I'm
how
asking you
will how will I?
how you
Like if
will.
shit is just the same way it is right now?
I don't know.
Is that
You
what you're
seen anger?
asking?
You seen anger management?
I
I
was
have. I have. Am I at
How
the
are you?
beginning when you're hiring people to fuck with me?
I'm just saying I'm Jack Nicholson now.
You're Jack
I just want to
Nicholson? Okay.
interject. I was specifically told not to derail the show, and the hypocrisy of management to tell me that at this point
And
in
then
time.
immediately
Who told you
derail the
that?
show.
Who told you that?
Yeah, but this is Jar Jar, so that it should be expected that there's going to be some somewhat intentional derailment. It's the only way he can function.
Look, you tell me who told you. I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
I'll straighten him
Well,
out.
he was Gungan, so you know.
but that's how I will live in Star Citizen. It's how I want to live, and therefore that's how I will live. Unless we're being if we're being pessimistic, in which case I will live the way I live in Star Citizen right now, which is
Yep.
I'm currently playing Helldivers with my sweaty console friends,
Oh yeah,
just waiting for the day when I can get them all into Star Citizen.
you doing okay in there?
No, we're doing really bad. Playing against the Illuminati, and I'm not focused, so they were all just dead for a second, and
Yeah. They had some good
it's not.
updates there. Some monsters and shit.
They did.
Spaceships that fly in low atmosphere. You haven't played Helldivers 2 in a while. Give it a
Yeah,
go.
I've been
They've done
playing.
some cool stuff. Yeah.
But so they've had some good updates. They haven't changed the gameplay at all, but they don't have to. Which again, goes back to Star Citizen. They have to. They need to make some changes.
Whoa! You're putting it back on the rails?
I'm trying to put it back in the row. I thought this is the kind of podcast you wanted. One where we talked about the issue of the day, had meaningful discussions, pushed forward the human achievement.
How bad of you to correctly interpret our well communicated expectations and then meet them. But yeah, I see what you're talking about. You want that independent lifestyle. You want to
Yeah,
have that rolls into town and people go, "Oh, hey, that
because
guy."
right now, like, there's not a lot for me in terms of what I usually like to do. Like, I'll join org mates and stuff, and they're just being loot goblins. They're like, oh, let's go in the CZs, and we're gonna loot this and that. And to me, I'm always like, meh. Like, I haven't even gotten into the Wicklow stuff because it doesn't interest me to grind for what I find to be an ugly piece of armor with like horns sticking out of it or something.
Yeah. I'm with you
You know,
there.
I just want my base. If I've got a base which becomes a huge resource sink and crafting and a business, then I will grind. My ass will be in there grinding away. But otherwise, I'm like, meh. I jump in, do some bounty hunting, do some hauling missions, or I did the story driven stuff, which is cool. Hold on, I gotta reinforce these guys. But
Duke, did you see the ship leaks?
ship
website?
leak.
Well,
I
3
don't
ships.
think I did.
Really like 2. That's a leak. No? Okay.
See, but no, I have no interest in ships.
All right. Well, with that,
I'll
we'll
say
move
it
on
now.
to
I'm gonna say it again the day of. Okay,
Yeah.
like if CitizenCon is a 2-hour ship commercial,
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip whatever table's in front of me.
No, you're gonna be sitting at my table. You're gonna be sitting at my table. For those of you
promise
who
it will not be a commercial for the ship. However, there will be ships in the commercial.
Thank you. That is Jens Florens from CIG Frankfurt. And for those of you who don't know, Duke is going to be co-hosting Open Comms Radio at the DC Bar Citizen, October 11th.
Yeah. Should I bring a laptop? I should probably get a
No,
laptop.
you don't need to bring anything. Just bring you.
All right, I'll just bring me.
If you want to
All
bring
right.
your laptop, you can. But I don't
No.
want
mean,
you
as a
like
gift?
scrolling or anything.
Yeah, I can just watch my videos on yours, right? You don't mind?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about your videos. But
right.
we're
What
gonna
videos
bring
you
up
gonna be
the.
watching?
Oh God,
Oh, that would be giving away the plot.
Anubis, I told you not to derail. You had one
Yeah,
instruction.
come on, Anubis.
All right, Anubis, why don't you introduce this next guy here? This next guy, everybody, we know him, we love him.
I would like everybody to give their warmest welcomes to the wanderer of the galaxy, the Cosmic Hobo.
That's the best intro I've had on this show ever. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Feels like a sting. Feels like you just took a jab at me.
Just a little bit.
And if you're watching right now, this was Hobo's fantastic catch when we were playing a couple weeks ago. You were falling down in atmosphere.
It's all Cadoyle. That was Cadoyle's catch. I was the ball. He was. Wait a minute. I
time.
was. Nope. I'm not gonna follow through with that analogy.
No, tell us about
You were there,
and
gerbil.
Cadoyle and the ball.
Nope. That's me flying through the air. I thought I could jump to the ship from the station. I could not. And Cadoyle was like, "All right, I'll catch you." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he did, although I was already incapped.
And the thing was after he caught you, he caught a second person.
Yes.
Who was the second person he caught?
Oh.
Yeah,
Was it?
It doesn't matter. They're not here. It's fine. I don't know. Oh, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been Meme Dog.
But he got stuck in the ship's architecture. I managed to actually get revived, and I lived another day.
Not only did he catch you though, but he caught you like right down the center.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful catch.
He nailed it. And then you see I was landing in there with my prospector. Okay. But Cosmic Hobo, this week we're asking, almost complete, how will you live in Star Citizen 1.0?
I already heard the trick question route to this, so I'm gonna cheat and say modestly.
What?
Boo.
Modestly. I will live modestly.
You like eating apples and stuff? What are you talking about?
All right. I will spend most of my days probably trying to work on our org bases and my own little cottage on the side of the mountain in Castra.
Where's Castra?
It is going to be this next system after Nyx. I could pull up the map, but I don't remember exactly where it connects. Castra does. But it's like, so you know how Pyro is like no security, Nyx is no security. Well, Castra is kind of medium security.
Okay.
Similar probably to Stanton, except instead of Megacorp, we've got the UEE kind of military being the dominant force in the region or system.
Now, do we like the UEE?
It depends. Do you like the Vandal scum?
I don't know. I only ever saw one cut open in front of me on a table.
Ooh, good points, right?
Yeah.
Do we believe the anti-Vandal propaganda?
Mm-hmm.
They look scary, but maybe they're actually super friendly.
Like, sure, the messers are gone, but are they really?
Exactly.
So, do we like the UEE? Do we like the idea of democracy and freedom with measures in place to hold us true to ourselves and to be able to make sure that people are no
Are we talking
longer
about managed democracy?
We like these things. We like these things. Has the UEE always been that way? No.
Sounds
Are
like
they
a
trying to be
drag.
that way? Now they are.
But is it that way now? Is it? I mean, you got places like
that way?
Hurston Dynamics that exist,
That's the question.
You got these slave contracts that people get stuck in. So there's, there's
And
room
all the
for improvement.
piracy, golly, like what are they doing?
Golly.
What the gosh darn heck are the cops doing? Like, where is the advocacy? Where are they? They are not here. And them calling up the civilian defense force all the time. What's with that? Don't they got cops?
It's supposed to be a high security sector, and yet, where's the
Yet they're
security?
Yeah, exactly. There's so much gosh darn piracy out there.
I'm starting to, think that they're gonna start coming for our weapons, and it won't be legal to just run through an airport, spaceport security checkpoint with the rocket launcher anymore.
Oh, I can't wait.
And
My dream is when we can actually chase bounties on foot and like smuggle weapons through security and stuff, and then we can basically just be Deckard from Blade Runner.
Yeah, I heard that might be one of the things they're looking to do when they have the AI,
Like
player
7
turret.
years.
No, that one's supposed to be coming like in the next
Hello.
couple months, like actual turrets that can target FPS players.
So, Hobo, I know you saw the ship leaks.
yes,
Do we want to? What do you think?
I'm fine with spoiling that.
No, we can spoil it. But what do you like? What do you think? What's your take on those? There's 3 ships in a vehicle, right?
Yes. I fully expected 2 of them. Well, okay, there's actually there's 3 ships and a vehicle, or a suspected vehicle.
Well, there's the
And
Was it the Perseus?
Do we need
Perseus,
a spoiler tag on this
yep,
whole
here's
podcast
the
right now?
spoilers, folks. You'll
Spoiler alert!
Spoilers. Spoiler
skip
alert.
ahead
Spoiler
to
alert!
I mean, come on. This is one of
insert
those. This is
timestamp.
managed. This is a managed leak, bro.
All right. All
Come on,
right.
what are you talking about?
It's also very kind of, I don't want to say vague, but it's not concrete enough that I would not go out planning any sort of financial decisions on it at this time.
Yeah. Hold your creddet cards, hold your wallets.
Or
But
ever.
the
Remember,
Forever.
fellas,
Perseus,
you can buy all ships in game with in-game currency eventually.
Yes.
And you can also have, if you have purchased ships, you could always still remember to just kind of melt them and kind of spread them around a little bit, and enjoy what you like. You don't lose anything permanent unless it was exclusive.
And there's not that many of those.
Yeah.
But yes,
no, well, this is a good
spoilers.
time for me to say if anyone has the upgrade to the Nomad that has the LTI and the game package, oh boy. Or no, not the game package. It has the LTI and like you can upgrade to it.
Those are pretty rare these days.
Yeah, if you got that and you want to give it to me, that'd be dope. That way I could have a game package with Squadron 42, Star Citizen, LTI, and a ship in one package. And wow.
I mean, I'd love to upgrade my Connie Phoenix Emerald to an LTI Connie Emerald Phoenix with that. But the ships, yes, ships, leaks, yes.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler
You're
alert
either going to
again.
hear it
3
here,
ships.
or you're going to
One,
click on YouTube and see it.
yeah, we'll have a big old thumbnail with everything in there to spoil you, just like a real streamer.
Yep.
All right, 3 ships, 1 suspected vehicle. I say suspected because I'm working off of my own theory with it. But so Perseus will be for IAE. That was sort of already assumed because that's a big headliner ship. Paladin for CitizenCon. Ooh.
Yeah, we know this. Yeah.
Well, it's strongly suspected. I don't want to say. I want to say we know.
You know it's coming.
But
Everyone knows it's coming.
and it's probably coming.
It is known.
And they've been kind of teasing it with the designs that they've teased with the CitizenCon direct goodies package because one of the flight suits is clearly designed to line up with the Paladin. And then there's the Vandal Stinger, which is the Vandal Heavy Fighter. And that is also probably going to be on the referral rewards list. That question mark ship at like, I don't know, fucking 600 or something, which I'm sure everyone will be rushing to get, is probably going to be the Vandal Stinger. Probably.
I think it's like 200 referrals.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah. And then lastly, this one's interesting because it's possibly introducing a new manufacturer, because just the way it's worded, it's a grays market, which I'm going to come back to that name in a minute, but the grays market Shiv, which I believe to be a Vandal bike.
Now, why can't it be a shiv, like a regular shiv, like a little knife?
As much as we can dogpile CIG for selling us things, I don't think they're gonna just sell us a shiv,
Hmm.
like a
Well,
stabby stab shiv.
yeah. Hold that thought, Hobo. We're gonna
I will.
dive back into these ships, and we're gonna let on our next caller here. Lord Nubis, you want to introduce this next caller?
Yes. Now, everybody, we all know that to make a great dish, you need a little butter, garlic, red pepper flake, and that's how you get broccoli Rob.
Howdy. Thank you so much.
Well,
Hello,
thank
That was
sir.
a delightful intro.
He's killing it
Isn't it?
today.
Yeah, I know.
Broccoli Rob. You may have heard us talking about
Yes.
ships. We're gonna get right back to talking about ships, but I want to give you an opportunity to answer our question. Almost complete. How will you live in Star Citizen 1.0?
So I think a lot of people have been like everyone here so far has been talking about like wanting to like have a base, and I also want to do that, but I gave it a little bit of, thought about it a little bit. I think it would be interesting to kind of travel and collect blueprints. Like I want to have like almost like a traveling shop. And the cool thing about the blueprints in this game is that they're going to be tied to me. So I can go anywhere. And if I've got a fabricator and the supplies, I can make anything anywhere. And so I kind of thought that was an interesting idea. Like instead of being tied down to a single place, sort of going around and finding the resources that I need. And then someone says, hey, best case scenario, I get the blueprints for an XL1. Hey, I need an XL1. It's like, all right, cool. I'll stop by, whip it up for them, give it to them. I get paid. Then I keep moving.
What do you spend your money on other than ship parts and crafting materials?
I guess keeping up my ship and like little trinkets, little souvenirs from the places that I visit. Little tchotchkes, which is the exact opposite of how I actually am, because I fucking hate clutter.
Oh yeah.
But I think in game, my 100 eyes is going to be covered in little, bullshit trinkets.
You got toys on your desk?
I've got books on my desk,
Show off.
and I've got, I'm running out of space.
Check out this guy. He can read.
That's about it.
This guy's fucking reading
He can
books.
read.
Reads.
Yeah,
What?
no, the julep tin that I got from a party that I keep all my pens in.
What's this? A julep's hand?
A julep tin. It's like a metal, think like
Like a flower?
Kentucky Derby, like metal cup that you drink juleps out of.
Like a like those copper mugs they use for Moscow mules? These are for juleps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for alcoholizing it for me.
You're welcome, buddy.
Ah,
You understand completely. So we were Broccoli Rob, we were talking about ships as well, and the secret ships. And Hobo just told us about the Perseus, what's the gunship?
Paladin.
The Paladin, the Shiv, and the Aspera Vandal heavy fighter.
Stinger.
The Stinger. Broccoli Rob, do you notice anything interesting about the ships that have been leaked to us?
I do. It sounds
that?
like 2 of them are Vandal-based ships,
Yeah.
which, you know where the Vandal hang out.
Wally's on Orison.
Yeah, I guess they do. But there's another place that we learned that they have been raiding recently.
It's a wonderful little place.
It's Nick's.
Yeah. You've been harping. So you and Hobo have been harping at this Knicks thing for like 2 or 3 months now.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah. We have the recordings, you know. Do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna? This is gonna be like. Remember how we had pyro themed a couple? You think they're gonna have Knicks themed, even though it's CitizenCon Direct? You think it's gonna be a Knicks themed?
I think it'll be, yeah, something like that. I think it's going to be a condensed version of what we got last year, and my hope is that they show off a completed Knicks and say we're aiming for the end of the year for 4.5 to drop Knicks. And then we all get excited, and then we're heartbroken for Christmas when it gets pushed to January. But I also think they're going to show us something similar to what we got for Knicks last year of Castro. We're going to see a more completed Castro.
Dude, this is it's always you two. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead, Anubis.
Okay, you want me to go even crazier?
No, that's not what I thought you were gonna do.
I'm about to go crazier.
Mm.
Let's get this all the way off the rails, as I was warned not to. I think that if you got that digital goodies package, you may be doing a test preview of Knicks.
Oh.
Get out of
Oh
here.
my God. That
a
would
la
be,
CitizenCon a couple years ago.
yeah, the Pyro Playground. I forgot that was tied to the ticket.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh,
All
I
right.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But you don't have any evidence for this. This is just a feeling and pure speculation and a rumor.
This is I want, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want to cut it down to brass tacks, yeah, but I mean, seeing as how far along they are in the development of Nyx, seeing as well, one of their major ports for that thing, that the let's say the Crusader of Nyx, which would be Levski, is going. I mean, it was already mostly done. They're probably going to throw Port Olisar somewhere in there somehow. Maybe not. Yeah, that's just wild right there. But
That's now you're
yeah,
just drunk.
Where is Portolisar supposed to
probably.
be?
Well, Port Olisar left, and they said they were going to do something with it.
They're bringing it back in October
In October.
at CitizenCon. They're going to reveal that they've rebuilt it, and they're putting it in 4.4.
How do you know this? That's very specific.
Don't worry about it. I can't give out my sources.
Trust the plan.
I think it'll be one of those situations where you're gonna have like Seraphim there, and then all of a sudden in the horizon you see like like Port Olisar approaching, and it's kind of like one of those incursion things where when the two universes merge, they cancel each other out. In order to save, we got to like destroy one or the other.
I choose to destroy the universe without Portolisar.
Yeah, and then Doctor Doom ends up like taking them all, and then we just have like one secret Star Citizen.
How's this for outlandish? And this is a total aside, so I'll just say this real quick and then we can move on. But Port Olisar remade, and then on the what are those called? The rings, the names of everyone who has backed since, like from this moment.
Hold. Okay. Hold on. Bear with me. So of the original, not Kickstarter goals, but the fund, the stretch goals, right? There was when one of those a special exclusive backer system. What if that exclusive backer system, the only station there, was frickin' Olisar?
260 AU, Port Olisar, like right in the middle, right next to the sun. So it's impossible to jump to unless you own an interest.
That's that's
Let's
so
not
mean.
give them ideas.
No, they'd have
Okay.
a jump point to it. It'd be a separate system. Um, Star
But
Trek
I
Online
think
has a similar thing. There's there's like an actual well, it looks like a little anomaly next to Earth space dock, and if you go in there, well, I mean, you have to qualify to go in, but when you go in, there's like a space station in a pocket dimension, and that's like the exclusive, like, oh, you're a super cool guy because you spent this much money or whatever, and you get to hang out there. And, like, no one's ever there.
I think that's what they'll do with all the stars. They'll put it in this not pocket dimension necessarily, but a special transient jump point that you have access to if you were an original backer. You have those coordinates on your uh, black box, which is what they've described in the past it would be like.
But could you bring me?
Yeah, you could bring other people. Like they did. Oh, okay. From what Chris Roberts has said in a long, long time ago, yes, you could share the jump point coordinates.
Are we really quoting Chris Robert
I know.
like
And
as a
that's
reliable source of information on Star Citizen?
yeah, I know. That's a tricky one.
I saw someone post recently on like one of the newer Star Citizen lives, whatever. They were like, "Oh, I miss I miss hearing from Chris, in these videos and stuff." And
Do you?
I was like, "Yeah, it was fun and exciting, but it was like it was just never anything that was delivered."
He
And that's fine. I'm not trying to be super critical of him. Like obviously he's his own hype man. And he's super excited about the project, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have it. But it was like, yeah, like I'm okay constantly I'm okay with no longer being constantly disappointed.
I'm happy to see him at CitizenCon, but I always
Exactly.
temper my expectations for whatever he says.
Yep. Oh, damn it. Sorry,
Well,
just got killed by a robot.
temper your expectations, everybody. Our next guest is coming in hot.
Ooh.
Lord Nubis, you can introduce this guy. You're on a roll.
Everybody, especially the citizens of this wonderful verse, please welcome Wicked.
Citizens, long listener, occasional caller.
Occasional caller, Wicket. Occasional caller, Wicket. Thank you for calling into Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. This week, we're asking, almost complete, how will you live in Star Citizen 1.0?
It's a good question. Nobody really knows, so this is basically all fantasy because we really won't know until it happens. But it was up to me to plan it out. I will be coming off of my 4th, 5th, or 6th time playing through Squadron 42, unlocking all the secrets and the little Easter eggs that will hopefully, maybe, help me in Star Citizen, unlocking new features or maybe discovering new secrets in the larger Star Citizen universe. And then Star Citizens, we're going to open, we're going to get in there, we're going to decide, okay, where we're going to launch from. We may end up all having to start off at Stanton and then branch out from there. Maybe that'll still be the only option, the 4 planets in Stanton. And from there, you have to work your way through. So what I'll do is I'll be teaming up with my guild, and we'll go explore the universe. We'll find out what we can get up to. Maybe there's like an intro breadcrumb narrative type quests that we'll all go on as a group, and maybe we'll, through exploring and mining and just living in this universe that's finally released, we'll uncover some secrets that lead us into areas that you just don't want to solo. You can try to solo, but you're going to be very unsuccessful. So you're now forced to team up with your guild. You have to go hard in the paint, as it were, and fight off these enemies. Maybe they're aliens, maybe they're NPCs, maybe they're other players. But we're going into hostile space, and we're and we're going to be like our namesake of our guild, the Red Scar Nomads. We're going to have to be nomadic. We're not going to be able to plant roots right away. So we're going to have to learn to live on the run. And as a group, we're going to be doing exactly that until we discover the benefits of crafting. And crafting hopefully will be something schematic based, and hopefully these schematics will be physicalized, like comp boards or tiger claw type things that you have to plug in, and maybe you have to plug in multiple things to make better and better crafted materials. So we'll be scavenging for that, or maybe looting players for that, or fighting over them. And then of course, once we have our stash of all that stuff, we'll have to get together to move them, because you can't just tuck them away and they're safe, because anytime you die, you could lose it all. So we'll constantly have to be fighting our way through the universe. And eventually we're going to build this grand space station. And then after months and months of playing the game, we're going to discover that we've just figured out a way to move the space station without having to disassemble it. And it's some great secret we discover, and we're able now to move the nomads home and become truly nomadic. That's what I envision for us as a group, and as me as a player.
Yeah, you can always create a, static warp bubble using the station's
Well,
power
you'd have to
reserves,
shunt power to
and then
structural
you can
integrity
move
first.
All
that.
that
Well,
will come.
obviously, but we're gonna need a boost of like 300%. But we can do that if we reroute
The
the
mechanics
Makes
of it
secondary
sense. They have to
units
do the
onto
is
it.
ETS
going to be the
candidates.
fun of discovering it all. We don't really care about what the mechanics of it is right now. It's just the concept of being able to do something like that, and maybe have some grand discovery that no one else finds out. That's what I'm hoping for, and how I hope that I'll be able to live in the universe.
Also, is Wicket the only person in the verse that refers to it as a guild?
Yes,
I
I
find
don't
myself
know.
slipping at times, but I do try and stick to org.
Guild, org, corp, it doesn't really matter. Everybody
Whenever
understands.
Wicket, whenever I hear you say it, I feel like you're trying to enforce it.
No, that's just,
Like, he's looking around with that dad energy, and he's like, the guild that we're all a
I
member
just
of
always
This
with
is the
my
guild.
guild mates.
all the games I've played MMO wise, they were, especially starting off in WoW, it was a guild, that was the big thing. So I just kind of stuck with that. I even playing EVE Online, which everything was a corp, everybody was always on my ass. He says, it's, I had all these actually, it's a corp. It's not a
Actually.
yeah,
I mean, I'm surprised he isn't calling it a siege.
but
But
that's my kind of vision of how I'm hoping I'll be able to play the game.
I'm
Something like that.
Why haven't we derailed him yet?
I'm
okay, so if we get 3, we need at least 3 ZPMs, right, in order to move
I
the
don't care
station?
about all that part. The pseudoscience mechanics of it will all come and hopefully get fleshed out. Hopefully, we'll discover something like that, or something, something totally different, something totally new, sci-fi based, whatever. I don't care. That doesn't matter. It's just the act of being able to do it, and maybe, what if they had something like that in the game that we as a group can discover, and we're the only ones that know about it. We don't leak it to anybody. Yeah.
I mean, I could see that if they really realistically play around with the gravity in
Well, it's
there and
just
things like that, where we could maybe possibly make something that can affect the
well, I'm
actual
just
physics in
saying
the game to move it,
Be
and I think
interesting.
that would be
an
amazing
an
as an engineering
undocumented
project.
game mechanic that is discoverable. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say let's shy away from that. We don't want to get into that kind of discussion.
just still imagining Murph
Cheating.
accidentally pushing a
Undocumented.
button and sending us into the planet.
Into the void.
Yeah. Say, hey, what's this do, guys? And just like
Yeah.
suddenly the station starts dragging into the nearby planet, and like, oh god,
And
we're gonna
and
die.
and only the guild master can push the button.
And I he would be like, oops. Yeah, he would oops, and just like everything starts like dragging and shaking. It's like, oh god, what do you do?
Well, you do got me thinking because, a while back I was thinking how cool would it be if we had like some sort of YouTube, Spotify in game that there was certain content hosted, there was certain like podcasts hosted, or even official ones, and you could just kind of turn it on while you're in the game. But you also got me thinking, okay, well, if you're going to get that in depth because you're going to be spending that much time in there, what if you actually had things like programming in the game? Where you can actually develop your own shit, like your own AIs and your own
Minecraft did it.
things to automate your stuff. Well, and there you
Please,
go.
please, 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 please. I want to play. I want to play Star Citizen for 2050. I want to play 1.0 for 2050. I feel like that's a thing that people want, where they're like, "Hey, if you Star Citizen does, if you could put my job in this game, that would be amazing." Like, I'm good. I know how to code, so if you could just put coding into this, and I could just do my job.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, hey, I want you to put games in those arcade machines so I can play the
Yes.
games in my video game.
Let me
things.
get soda from the soda machine and play
Yeah.
games on the video game arcade. That's what I'll do. I'll just
Please
sit there
add a
drinking,
layer to this.
drinking,
Have a Red Star
drinking pop.
arcade on the station. We'll spend
But what if your weapons or your shields that you produce in game have certain, like balancing systems that maybe you wrote, cooling, uh, fan curves, things like that you put in there that you wrote for those things, and they turn out to be the best, and that's why your weapons that you sell or your shields that you sell are the ones that everybody is looking to buy.
It is theoretically possible because they did mention weapon and component tweaking in the stretch goals.
Yep.
That was one of the very first ones too.
I don't know. Keep the video game a video game, especially if it's going to be multiplayer.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But do you put games in those arcade machines? Because that would be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
do
Oh,
that.
100%.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
They have some too, like the
I know I
Apollo
played one of them. Yeah, there's one that's like Contra.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's like an airplane one, like a one of those old timey shooters. Yeah, just put it in.
They have a few that they can work with. They just need to. I don't know what they made it in, but just get it into the game. Yeah.
It's just it would take someone probably like 3 weeks to really like do it.
That's
Anyway.
the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope. Anyway, we have another caller in the waiting room. Wick, is there anything else you want to add before I bring on this next guy?
Well, that whole programming idea, I just think that's just a backdoor to exploiting. I hope that nothing like that ever comes to the game. Not anytime soon, anyway. I mean, they're so ready, so many different ways to exploit stuff, and
Then we all go back to being script kiddies also.
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
God, not again.
pretty soon if we went down that road, I think we'd all soon be writing a script to let our script play the game, and we'll just sit back and watch it all unfold. What's the point?
It's all going to be vibe coded anyways.
Well, don't sit back and watch it all unfold. Get in the action with Cruz Lux. Cruz Lux, the yellow energy drink that kicks your ass. Cruz Lux, fuck you.
20% slam by volume. Please drink responsibly. Available at Walmart.
Lord Anubis, you can bring in this next gentleman here.
I would like everybody to stand attention for our great leader, Murphy Jack.
We need some entry music. Thank you.
Pusher of buttons. Pusher of buttons.
Turn me into a newt.
Yeah, I was like,
I
when
got
I heard
better.
that, I was like, oh, I better get in there. I'm not gonna be. I like the confidence level of where our space station's gonna end up.
And we can build another one.
Well, what to your question, what is it where I end up in the verse when it releases?
How do you
right?
live in Star Citizen 1.0? Because it's coming.
I mean,
Well,
the big,
coming.
obviously, the org, right? We're gonna have a space station org base or whatever. So, and I feel like once we get all the org tools and all the stuff that we've seen it with the org stuff that's coming, I'm gonna be doing that like full time, and I'll enjoy it. It'll be neat, and it'll be so good to finally be able to be like, hey, industry, we're running low. We need this. and like the logistics of that, just keeping everything running. Kind of like in Dune, like now,
Dude, I was gonna
I've
say.
taken over paying the taxes after Wicket was taking care of it for a month. Now Torch has been passed to me to take care of the base. It sounds like it's gonna be exciting. I mean, that's just one aspect of it. I mean, I also, and like everybody here, I'm sure is gonna have their little camp out somewhere, and being able to travel and visit everybody's little hideout.
You know what I think is
it's gonna be
different,
really neat.
Murph, from the Dune base to the possible Star Citizen base is in the Dune base, we're not really like farming anything. Like we're not really like harvesting anything at that base. We're like producing things, but you know what I mean? There's no farm, there's no harvestables, there's nothing to like tend to.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Hopefully,
a
they have
lot of
talked
that
about farming before. I remember in a sitcom years ago they talked about it.
yeah.
Well, they had that one ship that was like the little like half spheres or something that they were like a farm ship or something. Am
The
I
Endeavor
mistaken?
has farming modules, yeah. Endeavor, it's the
I remember
silent
even
running ship.
Chris Roberts in some video I saw, he was making
I don't know.
jokes about who knew you guys love farming so much.
Is that the one with the
Yeah.
the large glass domes? Oh no, those aren't farms. Those are Hunger
Ah,
Game arenas.
of course.
Yeah, so you can do a lot of them
Right.
at once. To watch as many people kill each
Hey, they have
other
the gameplay
at the
for
same
it.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But wouldn't cost them too much more to get that up and running. I actually wouldn't mind
with AI.
yeah, of course. When it okay, is CIG using AI? Are they coding with
Mhm.
it at this point?
If they were, could we tell?
Probably not. No way.
And in which ways? I mean, I've heard, from people who do coding where they're like, you should at this point, like not for doing it entirely, but like being like, hey, what's the easiest way for me to do this? Like they're certainly using
Yeah.
it like that, I'm sure.
I mean, think
If
about it.
it
It's like you either have to write something,
It-
like actually type something out, or be like, hey, give me the most basic way to do this. Like things that have been done 100,000 times. Why not just
Right.
let an AI do it?
if it fixes our elevators in the trains,
That's how it happened.
I mean, yeah, all right. I'm not a huge fan of putting anything in the hands of AI, but if it does things like
Yeah.
that, all right. Like, okay, if it can be useful as a tool and if it can actually speed up the game that's already a decade behind schedule, yeah, all right.
Thanks.
I should just throw it out like that.
I mean, it is the year 2025. I can look back at my Kickstarter account and look when they said the original projected release date was, and it was like 2014.
Hey, Anubis. Oh,
Well,
go
realistically,
ahead.
if in the coding world right now, you're a developer, if you're doing anything in coding, if you're not using AI, you're just going to get left behind. You cannot do it as fast, um, as other people with AI, and they still need to know what they're doing. It's just that those things that you can't know everything, you can't remember everything, and all the things you need to reference are easier to just reference through there. And to have them write a bunch of it for you real quick, you clean it up, boom, we're ready to go. That accelerates things from 6 months to a week, and you're just going to get left behind.
Maybe this is how we're getting base building by the end of the year. Am I right, folks?
That's right. We can hope.
Base building on
Yep.
the tech preview and throws a dart 3 weeks.
Oh man, I hope so. I hope
Why
so.
not? Base building on Nyx.
Base building on Nyx.
If they deliver base building, I will uncharacteristically for myself throw money at them.
Wow, that is uncharacteristic. I had to really push you to spend money a couple of years ago, Duke.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Hobo, I have a question because you're maybe the earliest backer here, the earliest jabroni who gave money.
When did you
Yeah.
back?
You went in 2012, right?
Kickstarter.
Someone told me that there was some Kickstarter in like 2006 that they paid for in like 2006.
That CIG paid for?
Well, it was like Chris Roberts thing. It was a Chris Roberts Kickstarter.
For what?
For Star Citizen, and they like got something, and I was like, I think that's too early.
Yeah, that's bogus.
That's too. Yeah, 2006? No. He was still making movies, I think, back then.
Films.
Films.
Yeah. Thank you.
Isn't okay. Cinema.
Have you seen Wing Commander?
Oh, like 5 times.
Yeah.
I have not actually watched it.
Oh, it's all right. It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. Don't think too much. Just watch the explosions.
Full disclosure, I did not really know anything about Wing Commander or any of Chris Roberts' previous projects before backing back in 2012.
He just got you with the PowerPoints, huh?
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Space game that was big. I didn't even have a computer that could run it at the time. Like even back then, like hardware wise, I did not have a machine that could run it. I think I was still on a MacBook back then. But yeah, I know.
Broccoli, you backed back then, right?
Early 2015.
Okay. That's 10 years ago.
As far back. Yeah.
Wasn't really.
Yep. I had just gotten a job at a bar as a bar back, and I decided to build a computer with that newfound money I had. And I just moved in with my girlfriend.
I backed in 2013.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
And didn't touch it for another 5 years.
Since then, I've had many jobs, gotten married, had kids, bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since moving in with my girlfriend, I now married her and have been married for 5 years.
I'm just saying, Chris Roberts, I created life. Okay.
That's the beauty about Star Citizen, right? Everyone else gets older. Star Citizen stays the same.
Stays the same. All right. But yeah, no, really, that man should have been in prison.
All right, so look at the things we're doing in the verse in Star Citizen 1.0. Thank you all for asking, by the way. You know, I've done 30 of these shows, and not one of you has ever asked me the question.
Oh. Well, let's not break the streak.
I don't want to backseat your show, you know.
Yep.
All right. Well,
we can't do this.
You actually have.
We don't want to break
opinion?
tradition. We don't want to.
I thought you did the show because you had you were clueless.
No
and needed
opinions.
help.
He's been doing these shows just to like just absorb knowledge from
Just to
all
get
of us.
things. He's like, oh yeah, that's
like, that's
a good idea. Okay.
He is the Joe Rogan of Star Citizen.
I've tried. Look, man. That's not funny. That's not funny. Just because, I'm
just because
buff.
his head's empty and he's buff.
It's been a DMT fever dream
like,
all
psychedelics.
along.
So
it's been a DMT fever dream all along, hasn't it?
All right,
It
so we're gonna
has.
get this Vandal some DMT, and we're gonna see how he acts.
So let's do this. Let's say, we'll derail it one more time by actually
Should we
asking
all
the
ask?
question.
Should we do it at once?
We all ask at once.
All right.
All
right, give
yeah,
us a
let's all
countdown,
ask it at once.
Anubis.
All right. On the count of 14, 13, 12. All right. 3, 2, 1.
What are you gonna do?
Verse? What are you gonna do?
1.0 live in verse.
All right, that was pretty discordant. That was good.
Yeah.
I'll live in
How you
verse
live?
1.0. I am wicked now.
Yes.
Thanks,
Sorry,
guys.
Make babies.
God
Yes.
damn it.
That means
Did
a
he
lot to
leave?
me.
I think he went to the bathroom. I think I heard something
I
flushing.
think he's gone. Someone flushing the. He's got nothing prepared. He really was hoping we wouldn't ask him.
Yeah,
He's scrambling right now
got to take that. Take
because
the
you can't say
psychedelic
anything
now.
that we've already said. Otherwise, what's the
You're so
point?
unoriginal.
Yeah, he's just copying us.
Thank you guys. Drugs? Probably.
Drugs? Question mark.
Drugs.
Taking them
Period.
or
Making them, taking them, selling them.
I know game have drugs.
Yes, game have drug.
And drugs fun. And
Nodding.
Death impossible. Therefore, drugs no downside.
Hmm.
Why
The
are you
views
talking like
expressed here
Wicklow's
on
redheaded
Open Comms Radio do not.
Nothing bad can happen. Only good.
See him
Only good can.
just wandering around Starlight Service Station, wanting to hey, you got an extra 50 AUC?
No, I wouldn't beg. I got money, but to be honest, I haven't made any money in maybe the last year. I just keep I made like 2 mil and I just keep coasting. Which honestly, if I were there in real life, wouldn't be so bad. Oh, you can hear that? Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah, they heard you talking about drugs.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're coming.
Thanks for coming. If you'd like to donate to Jar Jar's defense fund,
Yeah, guys, I gotta go. Hold on.
Call Legal Eagle.
Those boys.
Oh man.
Oh,
Those
they
boys.
did come for him.
Those
Oh,
boys.
Oh.
There's an
Right,
Amber Alert, and it's keying on his apartment.
There goes all of our sponsorships.
Well, as today's co-host, I will exercise the rule of secession, and I have now
Congratulations.
become the host.
All hail.
In these emergency times.
Did this couch just get nicer?
I have now sworn myself in.
Less sticky.
It did. Yeah. It turns out you could just clean them.
Shit,
Yeah.
I've just
Why don't
been
you get
tossing
your
them out every
fucking
few
grubby
years.
hands
You
off
just-
my grubby ass couch?
No, it's sticky
Shit,
again.
my coup failed.
See how many asses
How did
have
that
been in
happen
those
so
seats?
fast?
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see you all this October. I just want to let you all know. Anubis, you won't be there. Wicket, you won't be there either. Well, too bad. Everyone else will be there. I'm excited to see you all and get drunk. I'm excited to watch the internet with you. And
You're just gonna watch the internet
and listen to the internet with you. And
There
then
it goes.
and debate whether these things happen. My biggest fear is that they'll drop a patch when we're all there,
And you'll all have to come
Like
across
a
the street
Knicks.
to my place.
Yeah.
And
We'll have to huddle around Hobo's computer.
you can drink my alcohol. I need people to drink
MacBook.
it.
Drugs.
You can. Yes, alcohol is a drug.
Well done. All right.
Oh man, now I've got a vision of Jar Jar bringing over oh, this is slam, but it's just like cocaine.
That's a good name for cocaine, by the way.
I've got a
It's
made for the
commoditized well,
community
didn't it?
sticker I can put on it. See, that's just slam. That's an in-game. Got some of these made for community buttons. Fuck.
At what point does YouTube start listening and being like, you can't say that stuff?
I think we
I think
passed
we're
that.
well past that now.
We're
Yeah.
past that.
Do they? Okay. Spotify doesn't carry the right.
I mean, they host Joe Rogan.
Spotify
so,
don't.
Yeah.
Well, this is
mean-
this has been Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. Next week we're not going to have a show. Yeah, next week we're
Right,
canceled.
if we're back on the air.
If we're back on the air. But at the end of this episode, just like all my other episodes, all our other episodes, I like to ask everybody a question. And that question is, we're going to start with Murphy Jack. Murphy Jack, is there anything you'd like to say to Chris Roberts, CIG, other people on the internet?
No. Looking forward to CitizenCon. That's it.
Me too. Wiki, is there anything you'd like to say to CIG Chris Roberts to the people on the internet? All right, thank you, Wicket. Broccoli Rob, is there anything you'd like to say to CIG Chris Roberts or the people on the internet?
Release Nyx as a little preview guy, and I don't know, get some gameplay in, because the ships and locations don't matter without.
You know,
That's
if they don't release Nyx, you and Hobo, we're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to repent somehow. Because you got me hyped. This is my main source of information.
I think they're going to announce Nyx. I don't think that they're going to.
Sorry.
I don't think Nyx is going to be playable for everyone on October 12th.
I wasn't being a careful listener.
But the 13th.
13th, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Hobo?
A good
Oh
tech
yeah,
preview. I can see it happening.
Preview dropping.
They have to announce and then milk that for a couple of weeks to get maximum.
Oh yeah, I'll milk it for
the people who buy the digital goodies package.
I'm not gonna buy that. Cosmic Hobo, anything you want to say to CIG Chris Roberts to the people on the internet?
Shadow drop, Nyx, and base building, please. Thanks. Cool.
I thought Shadow Drop was when you took a dump behind the bushes. Duke, anything you want to say to CIG Chris Roberts or the people on the internet?
Windows. More windows, please, on my spaceships, so I can see space in my space game. More windows.
You got a window in the Apollo.
I mean, I didn't. I don't have an Apollo, but I did see that, and I was thrilled. I was like, fucking finally. Just put windows. Windows. There's so many of these. I got the freaking Starlancer Max, right? It's not the Max, because if it was to the Max, there would be more windows. That's it.
You need the wax.
The Starlancer win.
Yes. Win 95. 95% windows.
You know, like the only things that have good windows are, you know, the yachts, which I get. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't miss that cue that yachts should have good visuals, right? Good viewing. But everyone else wants that too. And it's just little windows. It just, you know, if you've got a table in the mess hall and that mess hall table is right up against the side of the ship, put a freaking window there. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Even the Nostromo had windows.
Zeus has that.
Yeah, but what happens when you roll up next to a typo star?
Just don't do that.
It's like sunglasses.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, man. I mean, we have
realistically-
self-tinting sunglasses now.
Yeah. It's Vandal technology.
So soon after we get night vision, we'll get some self-tinting windows.
It's been 1,000
You just
years and there's
reminded
no
me.
night vision invented yet. So
I take everything back. I'm not excited for
how do
CitizenCon.
these people
If
We
you don't
still
have
don't
night
have
vision,
wipers. We still don't
fuck
have
off.
sun
Oh my
visors.
God. That's true. All right, CIG, get on the night vision, please. Well, Lord Nubis, we did it.
Yes, sir.
You didn't derail the conversation once.
We did.
Unlike
Proud of you.
somebody.
Listen, guests, all right? Lord Anubis did a great job, okay? And Lord Anubis deserves
Oh, he did a wonderful job.
Your guess in
deserves
your,
our
your
respect and a round of applause.
Huzzah! Yay!
Well, thank you.
Lord Anubis,
Honestly, it was an honor this week. Thank you so much for allowing me to co-host and to both derail and rail the
You're
show.
gonna rail that
excuse me?
show.
Yep,
As
he
I
railed
proved.
the show when you were off air.
Family
The,
friendly, please.
Okay, there's nothing more family friendly than railing. You can't have family without railing.
OSHA agrees.
I'm just saying that when things got a little tight,
Again,
I made
family
sure
friendly.
to grab firm hold and rail the show.
Good times.
you know, and I
Mhm.
just took charge and
Yeah.
you know
No, yeah, and I
drove it forward.
recognize that.
Catcher and pitcher, like
Yeah.
from the earlier clip.
Family friendly.
And I knew, you know, when it was time to hand off, and there you go. You stepped in. So I was proud to be able to do that for you.
And I was happy to receive your hands.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It
Well,
was a pleasure.
We're noobs usually at this time. We play it out.
Oh, it got played out a long time
No,
ago.
well, it's
Uh,
like we do like a
oh, you want
thing.
me to do the
Yeah, it's
musical
like you
thing? Oh,
hum or
I'm sorry. I forgot
well,
how
you
this
could
show
if you
goes.
have a
Hold on.
harmonica. Uh, I've
I
been
do
asking guests to bring
not
instruments.
have a harmonica.
I've been DMing everyone.
I can what do I have? I have a torch and I can scream.
Yeah.
Does that work? Okay.
It got canceled
Anyway,
out.
it's you put me on the spot and I'm failing. Thanks
All
for
right,
letting
just
me
do a
flounder.
thing.
I love this.
Da, 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 da,
Perfect.
da.
Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Oh.